Wow, wow, what a war. Alright, so we've got Terse ready to join us in just a sec, so I'm gonna get ready for that. Ready for that, I mean pause the music. We're going to... Alright, so we've got...
I mean, IOTA has been very good for a long time. I think Otto now showed us that you can make, like, rank 1 or 2? What was it? What he made with IOTA?
Yeah, I mean, she's very strong right now. Very strong.
I mean, all Sigilites are... I think they are good, but they're not over the top. Like, sisters have faced more complaints, I would say, than those agents.
Yeah, I think it takes more skill to play the, like, Iota and stuff. Like, Kroll is just kind of attack and play on curve and you win. At least there's actually options that you have to pick from in, the agents.
I agree, and I mean, agents help you a lot if you have some good deck building and understand what you're trying to do and what your win condition is, while sisters are pretty easy to understand.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the same with Angron. He's easy to understand, but harder to master if you really want to reach, like, really high terror. But
yeah.
for Kroll, I mean, the troops are good, the tactics are good, everything is good for sisters.
That's very true. They have some broken stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
But,
so,
yeah.
I think you want to speak a bit about Lodge Wars.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
Mean, we talked about it like 6-7 months ago.
Yeah,
maybe
we did.
8.
Jesus, a long time ago now.
It was a really long time, and now we are really looking to get it done, and hopefully the World Cup will finish or come to the final stages very soon, so that we can start Lodge Wars pretty much directly afterwards.
Yep.
And I don't know if people know what was planned like 8 months ago, but we didn't change too much. Like, what we want to do is like have an actual Lodge Wars, so having a whole lodge competing, so you don't send like your 3 best players to play like every round for you, but instead now you can actually send every single player, and every round is a best of 3, so you send 3 players per round, but they can't play in the following round, so that we get a bit more lodge members into the Lodge Wars thing, and that they don't feel excluded, and it's like, yeah, we cheer for our guys, but it doesn't matter to us what happens.
Yeah, Lodge Wars should be a community thing.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, there are so many tournaments you can play on your own, and I mean, even the World Cup is like a team of 3, so we wanted to go a bit bigger, and obviously we had to adjust the prize pool for it, so we want to give out card backs for the winning lodges. Like, every single lodge member, even those who haven't played. I mean, we can't anticipate how many rounds we will play, but it will be at least 3 rounds for group stages.
Yep.
And depending on how many lodges will register, we might have only semi-finals and finals, we might have quarterfinals, we may have best, like the last 16, the last 32, I don't know. But,
yeah.
So it can happen that's only 6 rounds, and that's like 18 players maximum. So sometimes you might not be able to play even if you would like to. So the prize reward will go out to the whole lodge.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. I think you read the rules I sent you.
Yeah, I read through them. So one of the things is that there has to be a minimum of 9 different players playing.
Yes, that's the actual minimum, so that we don't have a team of like 3 really good players who like get the card backs for the whole lodge.
Yep.
I want to see some more people playing in it, and that you sometimes have to consider who do you want to send in. Sometimes you have to anticipate how strong your opponent lodge is. Like, do we need our 3 best players, or do we save them for like another matchup? And so I want to just see some more people involved in the whole thing. That's why I also want to have like every team to have 1 captain. It probably is the Lodgemaster, but you can like designate anybody to be your Lodge Wars captain, who will arrange the matches with the TOs and with your opponent, like, so that we funnel through 1 person and not have like a million people trying to find their matches and talk to each other, and yeah,
that makes sense.
I hope, yeah. So in general, like the format for every best of 3 is pretty standard. Like you have 2 warlords.
Yep, but they're not locked in, are they?
They are not locked in. They are like we TOs expect a mail or a direct message or whatever every Sunday till I believe 4 p.m. UTC. Yeah, 4 p.m. UTC from the Lodge Wars coordinator, captain, whatever you want to call it, and he will tell us who is playing and which warlords he is going to play. So at Sunday they have to be locked in, and then they stay for the round. And like you can change your warlords the next round. You don't have to play any warlord you used before. It's, I think the problem with what we also saw in the World Cup was Everguild tends to patch sometimes and throw the balance way off. Like we had seen a lot of desperate defense for the World Cup, and suddenly no one wanted to play it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it got nerfed out of existence, so...
Yeah, and it always leads to some confusion, to anger, because, like, you have a deck you are quite confident in, and suddenly it gets bad.
Yeah.
Because some, like, the most important card in the deck or the win condition got changed. So, having the opportunity to change your deck every week helps a lot, and Everguild promised me to like let me know a week in advance if a patch is coming. I don't know if they actually will do it. I hope so, but if I get a DM from them that they tell me, yeah, there is a patch coming, I will just make like I will just wait for the patch and say, okay, this week is like off. We will wait. What will happen? I have no idea. I don't think they will give me any details.
Yeah.
But that way, it's easier to have like enjoyable games.
Yep, that's fair enough. I'll ask you this because this obviously isn't in the rules. In the World Cup currently, all the new cards that were released with the 3 new factions and the new neutrals and Corn Favor are banned. And the reason why they're banned is because they're the new stuff. It's unfair to give players advantage based off them just buying the cards, you know, because of access. The one exception to this is they banned Crucial Choice.
Yeah.
So, do you think if Crucial Choice stays the same as it is, which I highly doubt, because they've got to nerf it again, let's say it stays the same as it is for the beginning of the Lodge Wars, are you thinking of allowing it, or will you ban it as well?
I probably don't want to ban any cards, only if they are way over the top. At the moment, I had some discussions about the Cypher OTK, and I know it is annoying, but you will see your opponent's warlord. Like, he has to announce it to you. So if you see Cypher is being played by your opponent, you can probably tech against it. So
see, that's fine. I think Cypher is fine because you can tech against it. And the reason I got up it when they banned Crucial Choice, but I also agree with the decision, is because you can't plan around Crucial. It is so consistently with getting your warlord something broken that just goes, oh, I flip a coin, I win.
Yeah, I mean, Crucial Choice it's a gamble, I have to say. And sometimes you don't get like the cards you want to. I mean, obviously, if you get Nikona with Bloodthirst, it's super annoying and it's really, really game breaking. It changes the matchup totally. Especially if you have only like 1, 2, 3, 4 anti-stealth troops, tactics, you are in the end pretty much fucked, I have to admit. So yeah, I am considering to ban Crucial Choice because the tactics you can get out of it are just a bit strong for certain warlords.
Yeah, it's the only card that I think is okay, but it does create that slippery slope. Like, well, Dewback can do very similar things, so can Kai and stuff like that. But I think Crucial just has that high chance of doing it.
Yeah, because the card pool is way smaller. Like, it's only legendaries instead of for Kai, it's like every tactic, I believe.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So, and honestly, I don't want to ban any cards or warlords. I'm not looking forward to it because it complicates things a lot, and I want to make or allow people to build their strongest decks and the best they can do.
Yeah.
But in the end, we have to talk a bit with like VTOs to each other, and to see if it's like really annoying, and like excluding it from the card pool would help us.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
honestly, that's the only card I'm really consider banning at the moment. I don't think Corn's Favor or whatever is new, all the warlords I've seen so far are like game breaking.
No, I
And
agree.
and the problem is, like, you actually will face players who don't have a full collection or even 70% of it. Like, if you have to play at least 9 players, it's who has 9 players with a full collection? That's like maybe Masterclass, like Seeker's 1, Traitor's End, I guess Brotherhood. Yeah, true. But if you face those guys, you probably send in your best guys anyway, since they have a full collection as well.
Yeah, well,
So,
you would hope.
I hope. But what should I do? That's hard, and
Yeah.
I can't restrict them from having a full collection. That's like, what can I do that they play for 4 years now? So
I mean, like, I asked the question knowing it's probably not going to matter because let's say it's 2 months from now ish.
I hope so that we can actually start in 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Okay, yeah.
Because I think the World Cup has 1 week left in groups, and then we have like 3 weeks for the playoffs till we reach the finals. And I would like to start a week or maybe 2 weeks after the World Cup finished.
Yep, that makes sense. Well, hopefully, if within 6 weeks we'll get a nerf for it.
Yeah, I hope as well. And honestly, I think EG has been pretty good with like the nerfs in the last few patches, but with the buffs they went way overboard. Like Crucial Choice was obviously, no one played Crucial Choice. No one,
absolutely no one.
And now everyone plays it, because, like, especially for some decks. I don't think you need it in Mortarion, but you want to have it in Kroll, you want to have it in Icona, you want it for so many warlords.
Anything that's slightly aggressive, you want it.
Yeah, pretty much. And even if you get like a defensive legendary, it helps you sometimes.
That is true.
I mean, what did you get? Like, hold at all costs?
Yeah.
It's not bad. It gives a good turn.
Yeah. The one round that Crucial wasn't banned in the World Cup, I felt really dirty because I got Khan with Forgebreaker. So I was shooting for 4 for 2 twice a turn.
Oh, that's bad.
It's the reason I won the game.
I mean, also Dionysian Spear is kind of bad for some warlords.
Yep.
Or I've seen like a sneak attack. What's it called?
The Raven.
Space Wolf. Lehman Russ, yeah.
Oh.
With the Raven's Claws, it was like, yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
This game is pretty much done.
Yeah, I got Raven Claws on Khan at one stage. That was dumb.
It is dumb, but it's sometimes really funny.
Yeah.
It's different for a tournament situation where it's like really competitive and you have less games. Like, if you face something on ladder and get unlucky that your opponent draws something stupid, it's one game and you're like, okay, this was so dumb, but it's okay, I'm over it.
Yeah.
But in a tournament situation, it's kind of annoying, and it will stick to your mind and say, this is so lucky and I lost because of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think,
it's a hard one, that one, but that's fine. I mean, I hope we don't have to deal with it because I'm expecting it to be nerfed.
Yeah, but I don't see how they nerf it.
They just change it to how it was before. Exactly what it is now, but it also gives the card to your opponent.
Yeah.
My warlord can have sneak attack, but do I want theirs to have it? You know, then you got to kind of weigh up. Yeah, that means that, like, Bloodthirsty on the Coma is still going to be dumb, but it would help.
Yeah, agreed. And, I mean, you still have the choice out of 3 cards to, consider what is good enough for me and not good enough for my opponent to give him.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably.
Or they could go to make it any tactic. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's just Kaizo Lane as a tactic. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. That is true.
And honestly, since Cruciable's choice has been in shop like twice in the last 6 weeks now, it's kinda okay. Many people have it, I believe.
Yeah.
It's still annoying, I know, but in the end, it's still a crap shot.
The thing about it, you go.
Yeah, well, I've seen so many Horned Raymonds and stuff like that offered as a choice, and I was like, yeah, it's okay, but often you also get some crap cards.
Yeah, that's very true. You can get some useless.
So it's okay. I mean, at the moment, I don't want to ban it, but I probably let players vote on it.
That's fair.
If they think it's too annoying. So yeah, that's up to them.
I always play devil's advocate. Like, if you ban that, then what's going to stop you from banning other stuff? But I just feel as if it's an outlier.
It is an outlier because it's too strong at the moment. It's like one of the best cards in the game. I have to agree.
Yeah.
But so
it's legit. Yeah. Any warlord can play it. Any warlord. It's like turn 1. There's very few warlords that want to do something specific. So.
Yeah, and for some warlords, it's like super good to get certain legendary weapons, or like it's cool to have like 2 Pride of the Emperor in your hand.
Yeah.
Or and Contrador and stuff like that. Those cards are really, really annoying. I agree.
Yeah.
And I mean, so the biggest problem is that you don't know what your opponent got. I think that makes it like really annoying for you. If you see something like a Mortarion who Vengeful Spirits you out of nowhere, like, yeah, that couldn't be expected.
That's exactly
That's a problem I have.
Alright, so back to the World Cup. So we've gone through 20 members in a lodge, obviously minimum of 9 have to play. 3 teams, 3 players per round, best of 3, 2 warlords each. And I assume, so 3 people are going to each round, so there's 6 warlords. Is each of those warlords has to be from a different faction?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
We do different factions, like for all 6 of them.
Yep.
And like this, it's pretty standard.
Yeah, that is.
So, and you don't want to face like 2 warlords from the same faction over and over again, because they are like, maybe, I don't know if we see a buff for Imperial Fists and they get over buffed and now every team wants to play like 3 warlords out of that faction. It's stupid. We don't want that, and I want to see as many factions as possible.
Yep.
I would enjoy it. We probably don't see all factions, I guess, because like some are not really
Death Guard.
I mean, they are not that bad. I believe you made Warmaster with Mortarion, didn't you?
No, I got top 50 with him.
Oh, okay. I thought you made it to Warmaster with him.
No.
Your second time.
No, I got, so first Warmaster was Garo, second one was, that's when Garo was like super broken, and then it was Ahriman. Mortarion, I got to top 50. I literally was 50th.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean
your games are like 4 times as long as like every other player's game.
Yeah, it was a no bot season because that's the only way to really do it. Except for the last 2 games, I was at work and I was like, I just need to get these last couple of games in, and I put bots on and I got 2 bot games in a row, and that made me 50th like a minute before the timer ran out.
Well deserved. You played a non-meta warlord, so I'm all for you.
Yeah, it was when Vulcan Desperate Defense was everywhere, and I was like, well, Mortarion is an auto-win. So, it was fun.
Yeah, I agree, that's...
Alright, so after that, it's obviously best of 3. If you win with a warlord, you can't use them again. You gotta have 9 through it. Need a screenshot of the warlord list and the player list. Mix the teams up, that's fair. Patches may lead to card restriction.
I think I'm back.
Huh?
I just lost collection somehow, and now I'm back.
Okay, that's right. No, I was just reading through
for
the
like
rules.
20 seconds. Okay.
That's all good. Okay. And so is the thing. So the World Cup is points based. If you know or not.
Yeah, I know, and it was a huge problem.
Yeah.
We had a lot of discussions in the TO Discord, and it was a. I honestly don't like points or Swiss-based tournaments. They are not very good for tournament situations because people don't understand it,
Yeah.
and it feels like unfair if you like win 2 games or your team wins 2 games to 1, and in the third game your mate gets 3-0 sweeped and you lost the round. It
Yeah.
feels wrong.
Yeah, because losses and
that,
wins don't actually matter. It's just get the points from winning specific games.
yeah, I agree, and I don't like it. I want it to be pretty straightforward. You win games. I
Yeah.
don't matter how you win games. There is like I don't need points for
Yeah.
it to count. I have some tiebreakers in mind, like obviously the direct confrontation for groups, like if you won the direct matchup versus a lodge that has assigned points, you advance.
Yeah.
Obviously. But keep it as easy as it can get, so people don't have to consider everything and
my issue
have to
with
check
it.
what are the rules on it. Yeah.
My big issue with it was it wasn't very clear at the beginning, and so in the World Cup, the 3 warlords I picked Khan as my aggro choice, not expecting to have to take him every round. I was like, well, if my opponent's playing like Canis and some desperate defense deck like Phaley, I'll field Khan. That way I can just aggro him down. But I know Khan has a lot of bad matchups, like Vulcan, for instance. Having to actually play all 3 games instead of just winning the first 2 or going 2-1 means that if I want a 3-0 and get the max points, I have to play Khan.
Yeah, and
that's
I think a big problem for the World Cup was that the rules have. I don't know if the participants didn't read the rules or if Grey Fox didn't forward them like really, really good. So there was a lot of misunderstanding, and since Zacharias took over, it's getting better.
Yeah, he's picking up all the pieces.
Yeah, Zacharias and some other TOs, we are all helping him. We try to make it as public and as obvious as possible so people understand what we are trying to do and how we want to make rulings and stuff like that. That's also a reason why I sent the rule set I sent you to every Lodgemaster who wanted to have it.
Okay, that's good.
So take a look at the rules. If you see something, let me know. I'm absolutely not perfect, and even as a group, we TOs do make mistakes, and we don't see like obvious points sometimes, or we miss obvious points sometimes. So if you see it, message us and we can discuss it. But sometimes it totally skips our like vision that something is broken or doesn't work.
Yep. Well, I haven't seen any issues in it, and it all seems straightforward and clear.
Yeah, I mean, the more complicated you make the rule sets, the worse it often gets. Like when I had the community restriction in my initial idea, it was a bad concept, I have to say. Because it's hard to define what is like an allied lodge community or whatever you want to call it. And it immediately led to like confusion and anger.
Yeah.
Because like why is Team B and Team C only allied, and why is A and D like from the same community and it's restricted and stuff like that? It's rough. And
yeah,
that's
I remember that.
I learned. Yeah, I mean, there have been some valid points. I mean, the idea behind it was obviously to prevent certain groups. Like, I don't want to see a group with like 3 lodges from more or less the same community with one other lodge, because it can lead to those 3 like arranging games. I don't watch the games. I only get the scores. I can't watch like 80 games a week. So I have to trust those. And if they tell me team A120 or 30, I'm like, yeah, okay, I have to take it as it is.
Yeah.
I can't double check it. And so arranging games could lead to like the one team from a different community being booted just by being in the wrong group. And that's something I wanted to prevent. So I hope I don't shuffle like 3 teams from that are aligned with each other into the same group. But if it happens, I have to trust the participants, and that's all I can do.
Yeah, I mean, people shouldn't be fixing games, but I see why you would expect that to happen sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean, there are some communities who are on kind of bad terms with each other, or some players as well. So that is it. I mean, it can happen, but I honestly don't think it will happen. But I wanted to close the loophole like in the beginning, and it backfired a bit, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
I learned my lesson, and I think a trust-based tournament is what I want to run, and so I trust my participants.
Yep, that's
all I have to, all I can.
That's exactly right. So, all right. Is there
one thing we maybe should talk about is mixed teams?
If there's a lodge with not enough players in it.
Yes. I mean, or it's not per se a lodge with less than 9 members, but it's also sometimes you don't have enough people who actually want to play in it. Like if you have a lodge and with 15 people and 10 say, I'm not interested in playing tournaments, or I don't have time, or whatever. So you are at 5 players. There is the option to team up with another lodge that has less than 9 players, and to form a mixed team. But for those teams, only those guys who are playing a game will get a card back if they qualify for those.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's some way to get also those teams involved who else can't make it. I mean, 9 players is a lot. It's half of your lodge, pretty much. So, and sometimes those people don't have time or don't have... I mean, this is a game after all, and there are like more important things in life you have to do, so playing in a tournament sometimes is very time consuming. So yeah, I think the mixed team helps those lodges or players who want to fight in it, even though their mates don't want to have chance to have fun in this tournament.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean. Absolutely.
So, by the way, was Fulgrim on your show?
He was for a while, but I think he left about 45 minutes to an hour ago or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't actually get him on track, so I told him, and then he was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I was like, I'll get you on in an hour, and then I messaged him after that hour, and he wasn't here anymore.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I'm a bit sorry that it went this way, but we still got it fixed, so
yeah,
okay.
No, that's all good, man. You know, work comes first, of course.
Yeah, I expected to be home a bit earlier today, so...
That's right,
sometimes that happens. But I still can enjoy your stream. I hope to see some meme games.
Yeah, look, we're going to play another couple games of Morty, that's for sure. And then I don't know where I'm going to go from there.
Do you have Gorborn? I got him yesterday, and I think he's horrible. He's really, really bad.
Unfortunately,
and,
not.
I got a deck from Terse.
Yep.
Thankfully. Shout out to him, by the way. He's in chat, I see. And yeah, it's okay. His deck is actually working to a degree, but in the end, like, oh god, I don't know whatever guild thought with that warlord. It doesn't work, I think.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
If he would have unstoppable, it would help a lot, but
yeah,
this way he's kind of bad.
Or maybe even like some sort of energy sink so you don't have to attack.
Yeah, I mean, I got like crucible choice. Obviously, I had Forgebreaker on him, so that I don't have to attack into front line.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I know. So sometimes you just need something that gives you a warlord ability to do something and not berserk into the biggest front line you can see.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you know this or not, but when the 100 gold crate came out for the new faction, this one here, I don't know if you're still watching my stream.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I had 35,000 gold.
Yes.
Right, so I spent it all on this crate. Actually, well, I spent a little more, so I've spent enough to get another 23. Let's say it's 27,000 gold I've spent on this. Sorry, 37,000 gold. Yeah. Right? I've got 20 legendaries out of it, which is about average. Like, if you go 20 a crate, I should have spent 40,000 gold. So a bit above average. 20 legendaries. Right?
Yes.
Only 3 of them were non-duplicates.
Nice. that's like RNG.
Like, and it's not even like I'm only missing 1 card. I'm missing 4 legendaries still. I'm missing Malcador and Prometheus? That guy, whatever. And then I'm also missing Gorborn and this guy. I'm not even going to attempt that.
Marcus Valerius or... Drachnian.
Yeah, Drachnian. Okay, that's cool. That's what you say. At the time, I was also missing Tithe, but it came out in the shop, and this is the one that I got out of the crates that I was buying for the gold that I got afterwards, just recently. So that was annoying. Okay. But I got 3 Dorns and 2 Krolls that were duplicates. I have got 4 bloody Korn's Favor. Like, it's dumb. They need legendary protection.
I think so as well. Or that you can, like, spend more gold or gems to, like, prevent... Or to guarantee that your next legendary you get out of a crate is a new one.
Yeah.
Like, pay 25 or pay 10k gems and say the next legendary out of those crates is a non-duplicate guaranteed.
Yeah, my thought was that for every duplicate that you get in terms of legendaries, you get a coin, and you can spend 5 coins, and that guarantees the next one you get is not a duplicate.
Oh, that sounds pretty great, to be honest.
Like, it's just simple. Okay, you've got a bunch of duplicates, bang. The problem with it, again, that the few rich, i.e. people like me, would get duplicate legendaries all the time, and so you'd just be able to get all the stuff more consistently.
I agree. I mean, especially for people who play a lot of events. Like, if you make a decent amount of wins, like 8+ regularly, you get a lot of legendaries, and with a full collection,
you're
pretty much guaranteed to get the cards you need with the crates soon enough.
That's exactly right.
But still, I mean, you spend like 5 or 10 duplicate coins to get a guaranteed new one. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's still some gold you have to invest.
Exactly. And again, like, the problem with it only really resolves around the 50 or 100 players that have that much, or the 200 players, that have a full collection.
More than 200 players.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it? But again, it's the minority. For the most part, like, even there's a lot of people in the top lodges that don't have a full collection. They just happen to have a full collection of the stuff that's strong right now.
I mean, pretty much no one has a full collection. There's always one card missing for a while.
That's very true.
I mean, I have like every Primarch except the Legendary Knight, so and I won't get it. I mean, I don't need it. He's not that great, or I mean, he's decent enough, but it's not something I play, so I'm fine with it. But still, like, there are people who are digging for Malcador and can't get him.
Yeah, absolutely. This might be very bad for a minute. That is. I'm going to turn that down. Feel free to stay on while we're chatting and playing, because, like, why not?
Yeah.
I'm just going to turn this, Okay, I'm going to have to... Oh, don't lag out. That way I can turn this down so it's not belching in my ears.
Yeah, that's a problem. Like, when I didn't mute your stream, I was like... The echo blew off my ears immediately, so I had to mute it.
That's rough. That's rough. Yeah. If the tone comes out of Vapix, you'll be able to get every legendary again. Well, yeah, look. I might have a biased reason for it, but
I mean, it's okay. Like, why should you prevent people from having a full collection, especially if you have, like, nearly 500k gems? It's okay. Like, I have 160, 170k, and it's like, yeah, I don't care how many gems I spend on anything.
Yeah, it's like at this stage, I've got 400,000 gems. For the 4 cards I'm missing, I'd pay 100,000 gems each.
Yeah,
like,
easily. That's no problem. And I mean, you can't even use the gems to reroll that much in event games. Like, how many gems do you want to spend? I saw your video with like where you spent 80,000 gems, or what was it on your run?
It was just for the meme.
Yeah, obviously, but still, it's like, yeah, okay. Does it hurt you? Not really.
No, of course not.
So as long as you stay above like 60,000 gems, you're pretty much guaranteed to are fine.
Yeah. God,
So,
that was funny.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a good deck. We got creamed at like 6 wins.
I mean, that can happen.
Yeah.
But I've seen like some so stupid decks with the gems. Like, if you really, really want to get to 12 wins, get a good warlord, and you just reroll till you have like the really good packs, it's stupid. It's beyond stupid. I've seen decks like in the last event, like one out of decks in week 1 with 7 Katsuhiros and 3 Marcus Valerius.
Yep, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, cool. This is retarded.
Yeah. I mean, the event, I prefer how the event is now compared to how it was, though. Like, dialing back the gem reroll somehow would be good, like limiting the amount of gems or amount of times you can reroll a specific thing. Oh, that's very annoying. Oh, that's fine. Because now it's not just, okay, I got the strong warlord that has the strong deck, you know? And now it's like, oh, no, you have to build it. So I'm a fan of that.
Honestly, I like the pre-made decks to a degree because it was kind of interesting that if you like had the intel on all decks, like you knew what was in the pool, you obviously could anticipate what your opponent had. Like, you see some, like there's 2-3 key cards in every deck that only that certain deck has, and immediately if your opponent plays the card, you know, okay, this is what I'm facing. I have to save my gem for like a dash route because I know this deck has a dash route in it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I can't. So that was pretty cool.
No, I understand that. That makes sense.
But like the drafting is obviously way more skillful.
Yeah, you really have to know what's good in the event. Okay, just double harrow ending. I see how it is.
Yeah, I mean,
at least they're gone. He's Exodus, so as long as I'm careful, I'll be fine. Okay, but yeah, like you're right. I did like the old ones. You're right. It was good because with that way you can go, okay, this guy's playing this deck, I guess I'll play around it, and you could get to learn the decks your opponent was playing, and now it's very much you don't know. But I guess you're right in the other way that this creates more skill. Like, you have to know. Which is worse for new players.
I agree. It is absolutely worse, but it's kind of cool for like older players because you actually have to be a good deck builder instead of like just picking the best deck. Like, there's at the day 1 every event there's like 2 or 3 people in every lodge who play the event like 3-4 times that day and tell you this deck is good, this deck is good, and this deck is good, and then people just go by the names and are like, yeah, okay, I know this deck is good, and I have just to use it straightforward. It's like a gifted deck. If somebody shares a deck and you just play it, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. Am I gonna be ballsy here? I think I am.
Actor of Death, right?
Yeah, just this to poison it out. I'll take the damage. It's fine.
Yeah, but how do you kill it else?
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's what you have to do.
And then we play some cards and we protect ourselves a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
He hasn't got very many cards in hands, and one of them's Exodus, so. I'll laugh if he reveals Alpharius.
He won't.
No.
He would have drawn so many cards by now. Well, he has like 2 different warlords in hand now and 1 other card. It's like Exodus, probably Exodus, and a third Exodus at the end of this turn.
Oh, don't say that.
What's the truth?
Alright, and then you just want to get that extra. He wants to get me to 10.
But why?
I mean, he's not going to be able to charge that. Because he's already...
Yeah, see, Exodus 1. Is it created by... Oh. Yeah, okay, that's it.
He's not charged, though. He's not charged as the thing. Because he had to act that turn. Oh, come on!
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Destroy this one for me. Oh, Jesus. How many traps did you put in my deck?
Enough.
Apparently so. Well, that could be funny. I mean, like... he charges, I can stun him, but... He wants to draw. Play Exodus again. Be Exodus. Fuck you!
What? Why? Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
The hell is this? Okay, I mean, you know... That's the game.
Yeah, it is.
GG. Lehman Russ. He's not playing Lehman Russ. He's disqualified. Oh, wow.